My girlfriend's dad demanded I get circumcised to marry his daughter. I'm 28, she's 26, and we've been together for 4 years. Her family's super religious, mine's not. Growing up, my parents were the Christmas and Easter type, while hers went to church 3 times a week. I thought after 4 years of Sunday dinners and holiday gatherings, we were past the awkward phase. I was wrong. Last month, her dad pulled me aside at their house after dinner. Everyone else was in the living room watching a movie, and he asked me to join him on the back porch. Said we needed to talk man to man. I figured he was gonna give me the whole, "what are your intentions" speech, even though we'd been together forever. Instead, he sits down, folds his hands, and goes, "Before you propose to my daughter, there's something non-negotiable we need to discuss. Our faith requires circumcision for all men in the family. You'll need to have the procedure done first." I laughed, actually laughed out loud. Thought he was making some weird dad joke I didn't understand. He wasn't joking. His face stayed completely serious. He pulled out a pamphlet from his jacket pocket, from his church, with a doctor's number circled in red pen. He explained it was a simple outpatient procedure, couple weeks recovery, and then we could move forward with the engagement. I sat there speechless. This man just told me I needed to surgically alter my body to marry his daughter. I told him I needed to think about it and went home early that night. My girlfriend texted me asking if everything was okay. I didn't respond. The next day I confronted her about it, asked if she knew this was coming. She broke down crying immediately. Said she'd been avoiding telling me for months because she didn't know how to bring it up. She admitted her dad had been pressuring her about it since our 3rd anniversary. She kept hoping he'd drop it, but he only got more insistent. I asked her what she wanted. She said she wanted to marry me, but she also couldn't imagine going against her father. That her whole family would disown her if we got married without me meeting their requirements. I felt sick. 4 years together, and my body was being treated like a negotiation point. That night, I called my cousin who's a lawyer. I explained the situation, expecting him to tell me I was overreacting. Instead, he got quiet and asked me to repeat everything. Turns out, in our state, there's this obscure law about coerced medical procedures in relationships. It's technically illegal to pressure someone into elective surgery as a condition for marriage or partnership. It falls under medical coercion statutes. I spent the next week researching, found similar cases, legal precedents, everything. Then I did something bold. I scheduled a meeting with her whole family, told them I wanted to discuss the engagement properly and clear the air. When I showed up, her parents, her 2 brothers, and my girlfriend were all sitting in their formal living room, the one they only use for important occasions. Her dad looked smug, like he thought I was coming to agree to his terms. I pulled out printed copies of the statute, laid them on the coffee table, explained calmly that what he was asking for was legally considered medical coercion, that pressuring someone into elective surgery as a condition for marriage could have legal consequences. Her dad's face turned red. He started yelling about disrespecting their traditions, about how I was twisting their faith into something dirty. Her mom jumped in, saying I was making a huge deal out of nothing, that it was a simple procedure, and if I really loved their daughter, I'd do it. I stayed calm, told them I respect their beliefs completely, but my body isn't up for negotiation. That if the situation was reversed, if her family was asking my girlfriend to have cosmetic surgery before I'd marry her, everyone would see how insane that was. Her mom tried the guilt angle next, said they'd already told their church friends we were getting engaged soon, that I was embarrassing them by making this difficult. Her older brother nodded along, saying family comes first. That's when I pulled out my phone, showed them the consultation I'd booked for the following week for a vasectomy, fully reversible with modern medicine, but effective. The room went dead silent. I explained slowly that if bodily autonomy doesn't matter for me, then it shouldn't matter for any future kids we might have, that I'd make all their medical decisions based on what I thought was best, just like her dad was trying to do to me. Her dad went completely silent. Her mom looked horrified. Her younger brother, who'd been quiet the whole time, suddenly spoke up, said he'd been feeling the same pressure about their rules his whole life, that he was tired of the family controlling every aspect of their lives. My girlfriend grabbed my hand, looked directly at her dad, and said if he couldn't accept me exactly as I am, she was leaving with me right now. Her dad stared at us for a long moment, then his shoulders dropped and he said maybe he'd been wrong, that he didn't want to lose his daughter over this. We left anyway.